this up, and this is a new phone from Vivo, and as you can see, it has that notch design, resembles the iPhone 10, but this is supposed to have a screen ratio that is 19:9. That's a new thing. So let's have a look at this one. So we have some quick start guide, and what is this? This is the SIM ejector tool, and we also get this what do you say, TPU plastic bumper case with this one. So this is the device itself, and this is supposed to have a 6.3-inch screen. As you can see, it says business phone. That's a review on it. That way, I think so. This is a sticker. We can remove this. Yeah, I'll remove it later. And as you can see, the actually design looks good, but it is glossy. This is in black color. We have a fingerprint scanner, dual camera setup, hi-fi recall. It's a 16 megapixel and a 5 megapixel one, and a front facing camera is a 24 megapixel. So let's come to the phone later. Let's see what else is given in the box. So headset is given. Let me take this out. As you can see, this is again resembles what we get like earpods. And we have a Vivo branding over here and a button to take or end calls and an integrated microphone, and we have a USB to micro USB cable. There's a micro USB cable, and the charger, let's see the rating on this one, and it's a 5-volt 2-amp charger, guys. So here is the handset itself, and a screen guard is sort of pre-applied if you notice closely. So that's pre-applied, and this is hosting a 6.3-inch screen, but I have to say, for a 6.3-inch screen, it is actually pretty light, and it weighs 150 grams. Let me give you a physical overview first. On the top we have actually nothing, and here we just have the volume rocker at the top and the power on off button. We have one vent for the speaker, micro USB port, main microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack, and looks like the SIM tray. Let's look at the SIM tray. Let's see the configuration, what it has. So it's a hybrid, it's having 2 nano SIM slots and a dedicated micro SD card slot. So it's nice to see that you can put 2 nano SIMs and even a micro SD card to this one. And by default, it comes with 64 GB of internal storage, if I recall. Let's do one thing. Let's just boot this up. It gave me haptic feedback. And by the time it actually boots up and I set it up, let me give you a configuration overview. This Vivo V9 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 626 chipset, which is an octa-core processor. It has 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage. It is having a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display in the 19:9 screen aspect ratio. It's IPS grade screen. Moving to the camera, it has a 16 megapixel rear-facing camera with a 5 megapixel. It's a dual camera setup. And moving to the front-facing camera, it's a 24 megapixel front-facing camera. It also has face unlocking features. And the battery is a 3260 milliamp hour battery. So guys, I have just finished setting up this device, and as you can see, it has having the screen which is almost covering the entire chassis, and it has a screen to body ratio of about 90%. I've also set up the face unlocking feature, so let's test that. And if I just press this power button, and as you can see, it just unlocked. So I'm just going to press it again, waits, and within a second it unlocks. Let's try it again. Unlocks. And it also has the fingerprint scanner. Obviously you can use that, and as you can see, it is responsive. So that's responsive, and this is running on OS that is known as Fun Touch OS. So the navigation is slightly different. As you can see, if you pull down, you have all the notifications, but for the control center and stuff, if you pull down, here you have the control center from where you can adjust other stuff, and here are the quick toggles. If you click here, you can go to the settings, and let's see if we go to more settings and about the phone. As you can see, it's running on the Android version 8.1.0. So Oreo out of the box that you're getting, and let's just go back over here, and it's having a 626 SoC, which is clocked at 2.2 gigahertz, as you can see, and RAM is 4 gigabytes of RAM. Let's just go back, and regarding storage, let's have a look if we go to RAM and storage, out of that 64 gigabytes, as you can see, about 49.7 gigabytes is what will be available to you. And it also has support for USB OTG and other stuff. So the UI is slightly different, as you can see. And so this is what you get, and there are some apps that are pre-installed. For example, Newspoint, WhatsApp was pre-installed, Flipkart, and even Amazon apps are sort of pre-installed. So that's what it is. If you go over here, we also have the FM radio option and compass and other stuff. And I have to say, the phone is actually very, very light for a 6.3-inch screen. That is the thing that I have noticed. Let's also apply this supplied case and see how it looks with this one. So this is how it actually looks with the case. Let's just take that out for a while. And again, as you can see, the back is a glossy black, so can be a fingerprint magnet. So if you just go back over here, let's just unlock. And let's also look at the camera, because camera is one thing that Vivo talks a lot about. The rear facing camera is a dual camera setup, 16 plus 5 megapixel, and the front facing camera is actually a 24 megapixel one. So let's fire up this camera, and network location, I'm just going to agree. And again, as you can see, the interface, this is like the iPhone. We even have the professional mode, as you can see. If you want control, it's the panorama, face beauty option. It's even for the rear facing camera. Take a photo, I think so that must be the regular auto mode. Video option, and we also have the AR stickers option. Let's just go to the regular take photo mode and take some snaps and see. So we have tap to focus option. Shutter speed is good, and it's also supposed to have what you say, the bokeh mode in this one, and that uses that dual camera setup. And if you go over here, we have some of the other settings. Again, as you can see, the settings are a little bit different, and you have other modes also over here. In terms of video, by default it is set to 720p, but as you can see, you can go up to 4K. So I've just set it to 1080p, and let's just go to this selfie, because it's having a 24 megapixel, and notice that HDR, even the HDR option is there for the selfie, and the shutter speed, as you can see, was good with this one. And we also have some modes, for example, face beauty, group selfie. So yeah, you go left and right to get more. And let me do one thing. Let me take some sample shots with this device in my office and around my office, so that you can have a very quick idea regarding its camera performance. So here are some of the sample shots that I've shot with this Vivo V9, so that you can have a very quick idea regarding its camera performance. And these are some selfies taken with the V9, and as you can see, in terms of selfie, it does a good job. This was in normal mode, this is in the beauty mode. It softens your face in the beauty mode. And here are some other sample shots. I had visited Amit Bhawani's office, so taken some random shots with the rear facing camera, and these are some of the sample shots taken in my roof garden. And I feel that the front facing camera is better than the rear facing camera on this V9. Also quickly wanted to test how is the video recording with the front facing camera of this Vivo V9. As you can see, this is in outdoor conditions. I'm in my roof garden, and this is a sample video with the front facing camera of the Vivo V9. So guys, here I'm at Amit's office, and Amit, you also got the unit of this Vivo V9, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
I mean, overall looks interesting. I have been trying out capturing a few selfies, because this is a selfie-centric smartphone. So it looks interesting. But then yes, I like the way how Vivo has been advancing in terms of technology.
Yeah, I was expecting they would have launched the one with the fingerprint scanner embedded in the screen.
Well, it's coming soon. That's what I can say. I mean, the sources which are saying.
Okay. And in Barcelona, we saw one more interesting thing, Amit. That's the Apex phone. What do you felt about that one?
That was actually something never seen earlier. Something like we thought like no one could go to that level, but